Joining me now is a former UFC bantamweight fighter who just signed with Combate Americas. Please welcome Erik Perez to the program for the very first time. Erik, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. Right now I'm going to training my jiu-jitsu, my second training for the day, but I'm very good. Thank you.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to be talking to you, and thank you again for the time. It is much appreciated. Now, my first question for you, firstly, can you confirm that you parted ways with the UFC after becoming a free agent? Because it seemed at first it wasn't clear whether they had released you, which would have been strange because you were on a winning streak, or if your contract ran out. So you were a free agent, correct?
So he was a free, yeah, you were right. He was a free agent, and then he was just the opportunity for Combate Americas show up on the door, and it was a really great opportunity for him. So that's why he decided to move to Combate.
Did you want to re-sign with the UFC and they just weren't interested, or did you want to leave?
So yeah, he was really interested in renewing with UFC, but the proposal of Combate was really good, and it gave him another like another opportunity to do other things besides fighting. But also, he will, if there's the opportunity, he will go back to UFC.
So just to clarify, UFC did make you an offer to sign a new contract, but Combate's was just better?
So yeah, that UFC actually gave him a proposal for a new contract, but Combate was pushing him to get into the thing, into Combate, and the other things that he just see a really good opportunity in Combate, since it has like a new league and it's growing really fast. So he just want to give a try and help Combate to become one of the best leagues.
Why did it take so long to sign with another organization, in this case Combate? Because I know you were removed from the UFC roster. You parted ways with the UFC in early 2017, to my knowledge, and here we are in the last couple months of 2017 of the year, and you're finally just signing with Combate. Why did it take so long?
Porque I was injured my knee. My last fight in November in Mexico City. A fight when my LCO just broke. So I was surgery. I was in therapy. I was waiting to my body is recovery to see what happened in my MMA career.
Interesting. What was it difficult dealing with WME IMG? Just because the new ownership, I know there was a time, sort of when you became a free agent, they weren't re-signing any free agents. Lorenz Larkin ended up going to Bellator. There were a number of other fighters that just weren't getting offers. Was it difficult dealing with WME IMG?
No, it was not hard for me. I have a lot of offers. It was MMA association. He wants to fight over there in Russia. He wants to fight over there. I have calling from another company, and it was really when I was free agent, I was not care because I was cared more by my knee surgery. I was cared by myself to get my therapy good and get me ready to fight. So for me, no matter where I'm fighting, as soon as I'm fighting. So it's UFC, it's Combate America, it's another association. I'm good. I just like to fight. I'll fight wherever the guys put me. So for me, it was no big deal to be a free agent. It was okay because by that time my knee was bad. By that time I was not good, so I will not care about that. And right now I'm 100% better. I'm ready to improve myself, and I'm a new fighter.
Okay, awesome. And how did the Combate Americas deal come together? I know you've been doing commentary for them. Was it just a natural fit because of that? You already had a connection with them. Might as well fight for them also. Was it easy to come together? How did you end up signing with Combate?
Yeah, I was 6 months ago, or I think 4. It was my first time I was commentary for Combate. Combate, he talked to me and said to just 1 or 2 shows to work with Combate. and the people like I really like the way the people work there. Like it's like a family, and it's what I like Combate. You know, it's why it was my decision move to Combate, because everything it was like, I don't know, me sentía como en casa en Combate. It was like my home, my house. It was like home.
And how many fights do you have? I know they announced it's a multi-fight deal, so you have at least a few. How many fights do you have on the contract? Or no, they said it was a multi-year deal. So how does that work? Is it how many years or how many fights or whatever comes first? How many years, how many fights do you have on the contract?
Oh, okay. I have 4 fights in the contract.
Okay.
1 year. So it's a fast contract, faster. So I think we can run it after the four fights, see what happens, where I go.
Or after 1 year. If you have only 3 fights in a year and 1 year is up, then the contract is over?
I don't know, maybe 3 fights and maybe renegotiating, or maybe, I don't know, move to the UFC again if I'm not lost a fight. I don't know what is in the future. Right now, the thing where I'm worried for is to win the next fight, and to win the other fight, and to win the 4 fights in my contract. I don't know what happens in the future, but we'll see. 1 year and a half.
And you said earlier that the proposal from Combate Americas was better than the UFC's, and that's why you left and signed with Combate. Is that all purely financial, or are they giving you other things, like maybe a certain fight that you want, a title fight, or something? What about the Combate contract makes it better than the UFC deal?
The explosion I want, like for the Spanish market, for the Latino American market, because I like to fight in my country. I like to fight in Mexico. I like to fight in my house. So this is the other things I like the Combate, because my market is the Spanish market. My English is not too good. It's fine. So this is the thing.
So you'll have more popularity in Combate, where you're fighting in Mexico and Latin America, than you would in the UFC. True?
Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe.
You could be a Combate Americas star. Do you feel like you're their biggest fighter right now?
No, I need to win a fight. Right now, I'm just another fighter. I need to go and improve myself, and I need to win a fight. Get to the cage and knock him out the guy or finish the guy. And after that, after winning another fight, after winning the title, maybe I'm gonna be the face for Combate. Right now, I just feel like another fighter, and I prepare myself every day to be the number one in Combate. And after that, maybe we see one at the UFC. I don't know. I'm younger. I'm feeling like every fight, I'm feeling better. So my goals never stop. Like right now, it's 1 year and a half. It's like good opportunity to get here, big in my market, and in the future. Huh?
Sure. And do you think you will remain in Combate for the rest of your career? Will you be a Combate Americas fighter until you retire? Or do you think you would do you want to go back to the UFC one day, maybe after a couple years in Combate? Do you think you could make it back to the UFC?
Yeah, I think like the talk show was like good. UFC is not mad with me. Like I just go for the opportunities, and yeah, I think I'm gonna be the number 1 fighter in the world one day, or right now, I don't know. Maybe in Combate, maybe another association, but my goal is just be the number 1. My goal is be a better fighter every fight, and just be a machine. Just be a fighter.
Great. And as I said earlier, you've been a commentator for Combate for the better part of 2017. So in that sense, fighting for them too, as I said, is a natural fit, I would assume. You also did commentary for the UFC Spanish broadcast, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm right on that. Is commentary something you'd like to do full-time after your fighting career? I know you're still young. I know you still have many years left in the cage, but do you think you could be a full-time commentator once you hang up the gloves?
Yeah, this is my... I think when I'm retired of the fighting, I want to be involved in the MMA teams, and be a commentary is like a big thing for me after fighting, because I don't want to fight when I get 36, 37, I don't want to fight like that, I just want to fight like more kids, maybe 6, maybe 7, and just it, and be a commentary.
Are you still working the commentary for UFC Spanish? They're the UFC Spanish broadcast, or because you're now with Combate, are you no longer doing commentary for UFC Spanish?
Yeah. Not anymore in the UFC, and now I'm a commentator for Copa Americas, and I'm pretty happy for that.
Awesome. And you will be commentating this weekend the one-night, 8-man Bantamweight tournament in Cancun, Mexico. It's called Copa Combate. What are your thoughts on the tournament? As a fighter in this division, you're a Bantamweight fighter. This is a 135-pound tournament. What are your thoughts, and do you think doing a one-night tournament is a good idea?
Every fight is really tough. I know some guys are very good in that tournament, and I know a couple fighters. I was training a couple fighters over there, and I don't know. Everybody is good. Everybody is different, and I think I can say who's gonna win, because who knows.
Do you think Combate is making a right move, though, by doing this tournament? I mean, one-night tournaments aren't very common anymore. Do you like that they're doing it? Do you think it's a good idea?
Oh, yeah, it's a very good idea. Like, it's every guy of every country of Latin America. It's like one guy from Peru, the top guy in Argentina, the toughest guys in USA, and the toughest guys in Puerto Rico. So it's going to be a good tournament.
Excellent. Do you think you will fight the tournament winner in January?
No, I think I'm just going to fight for fight, like one fight a day. I don't want to fight 3 fights a day.
No. What I meant is the winner of this tournament, whoever comes out who fights 3 times and wins the tournament, do you want to fight the winner? Do you think you will fight the winner when you make your debut?
Oh, no, my debut is not. It's going to be when I need to fight first. And the first fight, I don't think it's going to be for the title. The second fight, if I win the first one, the second, and I'm going to win the first one, the second is going to be the guy who's win the tournament.
Okay, excellent.
My second fight.
Erik, thank you very much for the time. It's really appreciated. Before I let you go, let my audience know where they can find you on social media, and if there's anybody you would like to thank or give a shout out to, now is your time.
Okay, my Facebook, everything is Goyito.
So I was saying to everybody listening to the show, and thank you for having him.